All right, today's gospel reading is from John chapter 7, verses 14 through 30. I'll be doing a reading out of the Orthodox Study Bible. Now, about the middle of the feast, Jesus went up into the temple and taught, and the Jews marveled, saying, "How does this man know letters, having never studied them?" Jesus answered them and said, "My doctrine is not mine, but his who sent me. If anyone wills to do his will, he shall know concerning the doctrine whether it is from God or whether I speak on my own authority. He who speaks from himself seeks his own glory, but he who seeks the glory of the one who sent him is true, and no unrighteousness is in him. Did not Moses give you the law, yet none of you keep the law? Why do you seek to kill me?" The people answered and said, "You have a demon. Who is seeking to kill you?" Jesus answered and said to them, "I did one work, and you all marveled. Moses therefore gave you circumcision, that not that it is from Moses, but from the fathers. You circumcise a man on the Sabbath. If a man receives circumcision on the Sabbath, so that the law of Moses should not be broken, are you angry with me because I made a man completely well on the Sabbath? Do not judge according to the appearance, but judge with righteous judgment." Now some of them from Jerusalem said, "Is this not he whom they seek to kill? But look, he speaks boldly, and they say nothing to him. Do the rulers know, indeed, that this is truly the Christ? However, we know where this man is from. But when the Christ comes, no one knows where he is from." Then Jesus cried out as he taught in the temple, saying, "You both know me, and you know where I am from, and I have not come of myself, but he who sent me is true, whom you do not know. But I know him, for I am from him, and he sent me." Therefore they sought to take him, but no one laid a hand on him, because his hour had not yet come. Some explanation here. The simple desire to know and follow God's will is the key to understanding it. Spiritual blindness comes from unwillingness to know God or to recognize his authority. St. John Chrysostom paraphrases Christ in this way: "Rid yourselves of wickedness, the anger, the envy, and the hatred which have arisen in your hearts without provocation against me. Then you will have no difficulty in realizing that my words are actually those of God. As it is, these passions darken your understanding and distort sound judgment. If you remove these passions, you will no longer be afflicted in this way." In verse 27, we know where this man is from. The crowds are mistaken both in an earthly sense and in a divine sense. Humanly speaking, they think of Jesus as being from Nazareth of Galilee. They are not aware that he was actually born in Bethlehem. Beyond this, they cannot comprehend that he has come from the Father in heaven, eternally begotten before all ages, and thus his divine origin remains unknown to them as well. And in verse 30, his hour is the time of his suffering and death. Christ is the Lord over time, an authority possessed by God alone. He comes to his cross of his own free will and in his time, and not according to the plots of men. Amen.